I thought I'd go live for a little bit. I'll check the chat room once in a while. Running Horsehead Nebula. I worked on this last year, didn't get very good results with it, so I thought I'd give it another shot. Taking 5-minute exposures at gain of 400. Pretty dim. I'm only going to take an hour's worth tonight. I'm going to go after some other things. I also have my Canon running at 300mm lens. I'm going to take a bunch of 2-minute shots. There's a flame nebula there. Can't even see the Horsehead even though it's in here. And we got the edge of Andromeda, or I mean 42 right over here. I probably could have positioned this a little better so I can get them both in there, or widen the field of view. That's okay. This is really, I just use this as my digital finder scope, basically. Nobody there. Let's see if anybody's here. Yep, somebody's watching. All right. So I decided to put my Canon up for piggyback. I can't see who's online, so if you are in the watching, type into the text chat so I know you're there. That's the only thing I'm looking at. It's like watching grass grow. So, if you're joining me, you can type into the chat room so I know you're there. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. It's the first time I've had the observatory open since November 30th. It was a challenge to get the roof open. I have to do some work on it this spring to shore up some issues with it. Has made it a challenge to be able to open it. It's time to work on the outriggers. They're getting a little warped. So I'll be doing that next month when it warms up a little bit. Might need some, have to get my kids over to help me lift some 4x6s. Do a little stretch in there so we can see it. This is just my Canon with a 300mm telephoto on it. I kind of use it as a finder to see if I'm in the field of view. This guy is right about here. So that's the center of my 10 inches looking into this area right here. Pretty much this square right there. This is M42 down here in this corner. M43. Pretty wide field. Yeah. Man, it took me about 15 minutes to get the roof rolled off. Alright, let me see if there's anybody typing in here. Nope. Okay. If anybody's watching. Got 4 people watching. Well, 3. I'm the other one. Alright. Anyhow, this is Sequence Generator Pro. This is Backyard EOS. I can actually run my Canon with this or AP Tools or with Sequence Generator. I like Sequence Generator for my main system because it'll park the scope and all that good stuff where I want it to. Aha, David Richards just got on. Finally have finally have some clear weather without it being sub-zero. Yeah. Well, we've had probably 5 clear nights since November, maybe 6. But almost every one of them was below 0 Fahrenheit, so sub-zero temperatures, and my system doesn't work well sub-zero. One component or another won't work when it's that cold. Today it's not too bad. Let me see what the weather temperatures. It says it's 21 degrees out. I don't expect it to stay clear for more than another couple of hours, and then it's going to cloud up again. As you can see, this is the kind of weather we get here. So, and I don't expect it to be clear tomorrow. So, I'm working with a few hours of clear. I suspect it'll be cloudy by midnight. but I'm assuming you guys can hear me. Actually, let me check the other clear sky chart here. This said it was going to be clear all night, so we'll see. But this guy says it's going to cloud up. I assume you guys can hear me. I think I've got another 18 minutes. All right, good. I have another 18 minutes on this object. I could go longer, I suppose, but I was thinking of trying to catch some really dim edge-on galaxies coming up in the east. I like to get those. Everybody goes after stuff like the Horsehead, right? But I go after those cluster of galaxies, the little fuzzy things that barely show up on the image. Just in case I might capture a galaxy. But here's what I've already gotten tonight. I worked on this comet for about 14 exposures. And I'm working on the Horsehead right now. As you can see, the last time I was using this system was 2.5 months ago. And this is the stuff that I've gathered with this system since, well, a little over a year. About a year with this ZWO camera. So just over a year, I started gathering stuff with this camera. Let's see here. Got 8 frames done. Working on number 9 right now. So these should be done pretty soon. I don't have my second monitor on this system right now, so I have to put everything on the same screen. Back over here. Got 3 other people watching. Okay. What are the comments? Oh, yeah, we'll just forget about that. Yeah. Does? I don't know what that's in reference to. And this was, let's see here. I had this, stacked 3 frames for this comet. It was this glow right here coming through this field of view, and I don't know what that was. I'll have to check out this field of view and see if there's something there. I don't see it on this camera. It would have been right here. So I don't think it's a camera artifact. I should look that up, see if there's something over there. That was... this guy. Center that. I want to see if there's something in this area I may have captured that's That's my field of view. Look at that. What would have that been? Nothing identified on here. I don't know. Possible had some type of internal reflection. Not sure. Flip flat. I have no idea what flip flat is. Is that a tool for flats? I don't know. I guess I'd have to look that up. I might have to go upstairs and get another brownie that I cooked today. I actually made brownies today. Let's see. Got 7 more of these and 3 more of those. They should end within 30 seconds of each other, so I have to decide whether I want to take more of those or not. Yep, Joe and Steve are up on the mountain in Arizona. Nice site. Nice site he's got there. All right. Hi, Rosanna. Just like watching the glue dry. Let's see. The guider should be working okay. Not too bad. Plus or minus 1 pixel. I think I'm seeing limited tonight. Yeah, less than an arc second error, so that's good. 0.46 on the RMS, 0.4. Yep. Total is about an arc second. I'm well within seeing conditions tonight. Let you know, this is plus or minus 1 pixel. Pixels are 4.8 microns. So we're plus or minus a pixels an arc second. And that kind of gives you an idea. We're less than an arc second. I've actually had this better than this before. So I did change the balance tonight by putting my Canon on top, so I could be fighting a little bit of backlash. Balanced in might have been a bit of a challenge. Yes, I am using focus lock. It's right here. Yep, using focus lock on this image right here. Gotten a little flaring. I think my collimation needs a little touch up on the tilt side, which I won't touch tonight because it's a little too cold for my hands. I'll work on that next month when it gets a little warmer and I got a evening where I can just dink around and tweak it a little bit. It's not terrible, but something. But you can see the seeing is kind of bad. It's jumping all over the place as far as I'll get a nice circular image and then it'll go, so seeing's not real good tonight. If we get 1 arc second seeing here in Michigan, we're lucky. Excuse me. So anyways, yep, using focus lock, it won't change much because I don't have it real aggressive. It'll change it once in a while if it looks like it's getting down. But with seeing like I've got, it doesn't make sense to try to refocus every 5 seconds. What PhD drives focus lock? PhD is giving me a guide star. Focus lock is using the image that PhD is rendering by the guide scope or the guide camera. And so it's looking at the guide camera image that PhD is capturing. And it's making a decision whether to change the focus or not based on that. Okay? So PhD focus locks uses the PhD image to make its decision. I've got it set up so it takes 10 images, averages 10 images over about 30 seconds to decide whether it needs to change the focus or not. So it really won't change unless it goes out towards the red. And it works well. I've been using it for a year, and I won't use anything else. I can set this up. I could set this up to run 4 hours, 5 hours, assuming I can get by with a meridian flip. This is the part that I'm actually working on, trying to solve is the plate solver. So I can do a meridian flip, have it reacquire automatically, and continue a sequence. Haven't gotten it successful yet, and I haven't figured out why. But in any case, the point I was making is focusing is not an issue I have to deal with because focus lock will keep it in focus for the entire night. I can set up a 4-hour run and go to bed, which is kind of cool actually. Usually, if I do a 4-hour run, it'll be I'll start at an object as soon as it hits the meridian. I'll start that so that it'll have it can go 60 degrees before I park the scope. The object will be 30 degrees off the horizon typically, depending on what part of the sky I'm looking at. For example, I am 1 hour 13 minutes past the meridian. My hour angle is plus 1 hour and 13 minutes, which means I'm approximately 18 19 degrees past meridian on this object right now. So it's heading down. And I could actually take exposures for another 2 hours easily. I could bump this up to take another 2 hours worth, but I'm going to stay up tonight because I don't know if it'll stay clear. If it's clear at midnight and I'm tired, I'll set up a 4-hour run and go to bed. If it clouds over, I don't care. I'll just close the observatory up in the morning. Oh yeah, that was the whole point of me buying this setup. I planned it for years, purchased everything, and it's worked just great out of the box. I had to tweak a little things to get the camera focused. The camera's back focus situated for the cameras. And because of that, I had to tweak around with the collimation, and RCs are a pain in the butt to collimate, but it's doing okay. Other than that, everything's always worked. I haven't had any significant problems. I get the plate solving working. I'll be able to set up a run, like 10 or 15 galaxies in a night, have it slew to them, center it automatically with the plate solver, take a 5-minute shot, slew to the next one, plate solve, take a 5-minute shot, and just do that for, a bunch of galaxies every night looking for supernova. That is the Horsehead Nebula. That's exactly what we're trying to capture there. It's a dark nebula in front of this nebula. Let me bring up, and I'll show you what. Let's see here. Where is it? That's what it looks like. Okay. Here's an example of what it looks like. So what that dark spot is this. This is what it's looking at. And I'm picking up some of the nebula, and I'm picking up this star here, which is another nebula around it. So the field of view I've got right here is about like that. Okay? So if we look back at the field of view, as you can see, it's about like that. It's reversed, but okay. Not a dumb question at all. Actually, I do these live things because people have questions, and plus I like company, even if it's a text chat. Oh, this horsehead! I can't see this horsehead with my big scope. At least I don't remember. Of course, no, I don't think I can see this. This is my big scope, my 18-inch. I have never tried it with the 18 because I'm never up there during the winter. By the time I get up there in the spring, Orion's setting, so I've never even looked at it with the 18 or the 25 for that matter. So I can't tell you if I could see this with an O3 filter or anything. So, but it's really dim. And it's tiny actually. It's let me see here. Where did I put that? Let's go full screen. Let's go back to my other. That object is right in here. And I'm taking 2-minute shots with my secondary camera, and I don't see it in here. Yeah, I can't see it in here at all. You gotta love these crappy lenses that come with this camera. Little fishtails. I forgot to turn on my debayer. I should have done that. Let's see here. I don't think I can do that while it's running. So this is not in color. It's capturing it in color. I'm just not rendering it in color. I forgot to turn those settings on. Well, we got 4 minutes left on this one, and we got 50 seconds left on this one. I'll have 12 shots, about an hour's worth on this guy. So once these are done, I want to go after something more obtuse. Actually, what I should do is I should go to the next object and then do some processing while I'm online with you guys of this object here. When this is done, I'll be able to copy these down in about 20 seconds. Yes, exactly, David. That's exactly what I'm doing. I'm using an on-axis guider, feeding PhD, and focus lock is using the on-axis guider camera. Let me bring up something and I'll show you exactly what I'm using. This is my setup, tonight's setup. This is the on-axis right here. Let me minimize this a little bit so I can see if you have any ties. Let's see. So here's the on-axis. Here's the guide camera. So PhD2 is using this guide camera, and focus lock is using the image from this guide camera through PhD2 to control the Optec focuser. Okay? And then this is my ZWO ASI 071 color camera that's cooled using the diagonal that's in the on-axis guider. Okay? This is a Lodestar 2 guide camera. So that's what PhD2 is using. Let me go back to my Observatory screen here. This is the Lodestar display. This is what Lodestar is looking at right now, that guide star through PhD2. And that's the image. And then this image coming off of that Lodestar camera is being used through PhD2 all the way to focus lock. And focus lock is using that to determine focus point. And sometimes if it's pretty steady, I may turn this off. But I'll leave it on as the temperature, if the temperature is going to vary quite a bit. So that's what's going on with that. All right. This guy is about to finish up in about 15 seconds. What I need to do is go here and here. Yep. And I need to copy this folder from this computer to this computer. So I have two computers going here. I've got the one in the observatory, which is this one, which when I maximize it says observatory, so I know I'm connected into that. It's running the whole system. And then I can minimize this, and I have my main computer right here, which is what I'm sitting at in my den. So I'm copying the files from the observatory to my local computer here in my den via wireless, so it's pretty slow, but I just do a remote desktop to my observatory. And this is a simple diagram of how I've got it laid out. The observatory computer runs everything through a local router. I got Ethernet into this USB to Ethernet device. I got Ethernet into the Losmandi Gemini 2, and I've got Ethernet into the focuser. And then I've got 4 USB-enabled cameras running through this USB to Ethernet device. So it's running all of this. And then I just do a remote connect from the house, which is where I'm sitting right now, to this observatory to monitor what's going on and do whatever I want to do because I can control it remotely. So that's how that's all set up. And what was I going to do here? Oh yeah. I now have, where is it? Horsehead, there it is. I now have this set of images available. Should be, there's 13 because the first one was a test run. So I'm going to use these latter ones. And I can do that using DSS. So I'm going to clear my list. I'm going to open these pictures. Go to the horsehead. I'm going to skip this first one. This was at 21. Why don't I have the date on the time on this? Oh, I do. 2013. Yeah, this is the first one I want. And then these. So I'll open up these. I do a check all. Register all the pictures. Okay. Okay. And off that'll go. So now I've got that running. And while that's running, I want to go to my next object. I'm going to maximize the observatory. I'm going to go here. What was I going to work on? Oh, what was it? I was going to work on. Was it this one? Let me check that. GC. Yeah, that's a little tiny one. Yeah, I was going to go after this one for grins. So we're going to center this. Actually, I'm in my local screen. I need to go back to my observatory. Yes, I'm in the observatory. This is the one. I need to slew to it. This will be a big slew. This is going to do a meridian flip since it's in the east. And this did not stop as long as it was supposed to. Okay, watch that go. Let me bring up this guy. I want to do a frame and focus. It's interesting, it doesn't see anything. Let me change this. There we go. That should show me something. Let me start this live view up again. One thing about the Canon live view, it's not very sensitive. Supposedly it just stopped tracking. Okay. So now we're there. The biggest problem is I have no guide star. So at this point, I need to verify where I'm looking. So we'll minimize this. Let me take a 10-second shot. And I want to increase this to 550. And we're going to take a shot and see if there's anything on screen. All right, I've got to stretch this. If I can see it. Yep, there's the galaxy. It's right there. So, with that in mind, I want to move this. So I'm going to lock this range. And I'm going to move this star down here. So let's start a 10-second shot and see which way I'm moving it. Wrong way. Let's see if we move it this way. All right, that's the correct way. See, here's where plate solving, if it was working, would be nice. That's pretty good. Let me see if I've got a guide star now. I do. I now have a guide star, so I'm going to start guiding on this guy. And I need to change this. This is NGC 3044. Okay, I need to save this as file. Save sequence as NGC 3044. Save. That stops this. I suppose I could move it a little further, but I've got a guide star, so I guess I'm good. All right. Now we're ready to start another run. See if anybody's still on. Oh, got a bunch of people watching. Cool. So I've slewed to this galaxy. It's a tiny little fuzzy thing, very tiny. We'll do a short run on that. I'm not going to do an hour. I'm going to do 30. You know what? Let me do 3 5-minute shots and see what that looks like at 400. I'm going to go 400. And we need to reset this sequence. Yes. I thought I changed that to 3. 3. Still on NGC, blah, blah, blah. Let's make sure I've got the right one here. Yep, save. And we're going to go 3 images. And looks good. Am I tracking okay? Let's see here. Yeah, we're okay. And my meridian is, I got 2 hours and 40 minutes to meridian. So I can go all I want on this one. There won't be much structure to this, but actually let me make this 30 minutes. So I'll take 6 of them. And let me just do another save. Let me start that sequence up. Yes. Keep it at -5. Yes. And we've started that. So I got 30 minutes on this object. While that's going, I am going to turn off the frame and focus. I am going to take a single 2-minute shot preview. We'll just take a 2-minute shot just to get the field of view so we know we're there. And then while this is all running, I am going to process this image. I have PixInsight open. Open up source head. Pull this up. We'll do a background extraction. Ooh, look at that. See? Ooh. I'm going to do a temporary just to see what it is. Let's see, that's Control A, I think. Well, there it is. There's all my dust donuts too. So I haven't taken any flats. I got lots of dust donuts at different focal lengths even. This one's probably on the diagonal. These are probably on the filter in front. But we'll go F12. Let me see if I need to do a color calibration or not. Let's see here. Alt N. Use a big chunk of this sky for that. Alt N. A little teeny bit of up here. And we'll do that. And we'll do this for the background. And let's see what that does. I think it changed it a little too much green, I think. Yeah, I don't like the green, so I'm gonna back that off. And we'll just leave it without the calibration. Okay, so something just beeped at me. That was this guy. This is the field of view. I'm going to assume that galaxy is somewhere in this area here. Yep, there it is. It's right there. There's that galaxy. Or a galaxy. Hell, there's a couple of them in here. So that's the wide field. This guy is... Okay, we're good there. So that's running. So now, let's see here. Control 12. Let's go to the histogram. Let's reset this. We took actually a lot of sky glow in this in the 5-minute shots here. Look at got a nice little streak going through there. Yeah, if I stretch too much, all the little donuts come out. Yeah, because I don't take flats. Let's see here. But I do want to stretch it some. Well, hell, I'm not going to worry about the donuts right now. This is a first cut. And now, bring up the curves. Yeah, let's see what we can do with this. Yeah, it's over processed. I get all the noise, all the extra noise in. You can do all kinds of weird stuff with this. TE. Let's reset that. Let's look at the luminosity. No, I don't like that. Let's see here. I do want some contrast in this guy. Oops, wrong one. Those donuts are really annoying, aren't they? This is about where I would normally start, is right there. See, you lose a lot of the nebulosity. If I start getting some flats taken, I can do some work on this. I'll take some flats maybe tomorrow. And I have to take some darks too, but we're just playing with this for now. Actually, that'd be fine except for these donuts. So we'll just do a quick save as. And we're going to do this on here. And we're going to, the first thing I want to do is save the EXIF file. Just so I have something to go back to. Of course, I have the raw stuff right there. And then we'll just do a save as a JPEG file. Okay, let's see here. Catching up here. No, this is my ZWO camera, not my Canon. Those are dust donuts. What it is there's a little spot, a little piece of dust on one of the optical components in the optical path. So for either on the on-axis diagonal, which I think are the bigger donuts, but I also have a cut filter in front of the chip on the camera. There could be dust on there. That would be the smaller donut. The reason they're donuts is they're not at the focal point. They're out of focus, and that's why they're donuts because they effectively are out of focus of the optical system where the center hole is the secondary. So that's why you get those. Let's see here. Where am I going here? I need to pull this up. See how I'm doing here. Okay, we got one frame here. Let's see what it looks like. Nice little sharp edge on. I like it. It's very tiny, but I like it. The stars are saturated, but the galaxy is not. The core looks like it's still inside the rail, so we're good there. I have not saturated the core. So 5 minutes at this gain is good. And we're on frame 2. So what I'm going to do, I'm taking 6 frames, that's 30 minutes. That's good enough. Looks like there's another galaxy right here. That's what's kind of fun about doing these little galaxies that are kind of out in the middle of nowhere, as you kind of find things. Let's see, I want to go over to the pan and zoom. I want to look at over here. Yep, there's a little galaxy right there. Might be another one right there. Maybe another one here, there, and there. Could be stars. These are not processed, so there might be one here, might be 3 right there. I'll find out when I do a plate solve on them. And the reason this is so coarse is because you're seeing every other pixel. Because I'm not running it in color, I'm running it in monochrome. It's going to pop up another one here in a second. Here comes the second one. There it is. Yep. Let's see, let's go back to my processing. So I have this image. Not all that great. So until I take flats and some darks, that'll be good enough for now. I'll publish that. Oh. Yes, I see your I don't know why you showed me that. Anyhow. Yep, I know that's the scope you've got. Someday you'll get yourself a nicer one. Let's go to Boone Hill. I'm just gonna little dust donuts. So much fun. Oh, people are going to complain it's upside down, so I better rotate it. Okay. I think now they'll be happy. There we go. Neat. My horse head. Almost raw. A little bit of processing. Not a lot. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to keep dust off your optics, and that's what happens when you take images, is those little dust donuts show up. Not a lot you can do about it. Oh, boy. Okay, where's my... What am I doing here? That's not a good sign. Usually means I'm getting clouded over. I better go check the sky. It wasn't real strong to start with, but I wonder what... I don't even know what this was. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's... Edge isn't working on there for some reason. There goes red. Bill Kippen is subscribed. He must be watching. See what my other, this guy's working okay. Let me pull up my camera. 1600. See, how many do I want to take of these? We'll take 5. Maybe 10 minutes worth. Well, I still got a star. I suspect clouds may be coming in. Still got images. Joe's out there. Yep. They got their winter gear on. That's good. Oh, look at the food he's making. Oh, ribs. Oh. Yeah. That's down at Gold Canyon where it's a little warmer. And they're on their way up north. That's up there. Yep. Good deal. Yeah, we still got it. Still there. Hasn't disappeared yet. I'll put this up here. And we'll be out of the way. Yeah, yeah. I was invited out there. That's Joe and Steve. They're up on the mountain at Steve's Apache Sitsgrave Observatory up there in northeast Arizona right now. They just got up there today, I think. And I was invited to go out, but I decided not to. He's got a 36-inch scope up there, so they're camping up there in the RV. The PhD 2 image is the Lodestar 2 camera. It's not the ASI. So it's a Starlight Express Lodestar 2. I'm just dinking around with the this saved TIFF file out of DSS. I don't do any processing in DSS. I just use it to stack. I can actually stack in PixInsight as well. It just takes longer to do it there. As long as this guy works reasonably well, I use it. So it's a little edge-on galaxies, not very spectacular. So that's why I'm only going to take 30 images. It's there. It's just real minor. Ideally, when you have the let me pull that back up here. It's actually a little diamond shape. That is the astigmatism. Sometimes the seeing just distorts it so much. It's hard to see it. If it was excellent seeing, you would actually see kind of a soft diamond shape. There's actually a diamond shape there. That's the astigmatism. And if I take it out of focus, it'll get long one way, and then in focus, it'll get long the other way. So that's how it determines some of that. I gotta go check the sky. I have a feeling we're starting to get some clouds in. I may be because this background is getting lighter. Let me check this sky. Yeah, this background's getting lighter. Let me go look at the sky. We might be losing it. In fact, yeah, I don't know. Of course, this camera might be getting dewed up, but this background sky is acting up. It's as if the sky is going. So I'll be right back. I'll have to keep an eye on this. Now the sky looks okay. I wonder if my lens on my Canon might be getting frost over. So I don't have a heater on it. I do have a heater on this scope, just not on the secondary. But it seems to be okay. But if I'm getting dew or frost on the secondary, this guy will start disappearing on me, and so will this one. So we'll just let it run. I got to get a heater strap for the secondary on my 10-inch. Yes, it does. My point is, the astigmatism is there. If I were to take the focuser and move it out of focus a ways, the star would be oblong in one direction. Then, if I took it past focus and gone inside of focus, it would be oblong the other way. That's the astigmatism you're seeing. Okay? In addition, while it's in focus, the star actually has a slight diamond shape to it. And I can actually see it on this screen right here. With the top and bottom the points are on this axis. And because the seeing is so bad, this is moving all around. So Guys. Steve, who lives in Arizona, is in a probably 4 layers. Joe, who lives in Michigan, has just got a sweatshirt on and a little jacket. But Steve's got his wintertime parka on because he's not, the cold weather's gets to him sooner than it does us fat guys. What are we doing here? Just 2 people. This guy's about to finish up. I just thought I'd take I don't know, 10 minutes of this. I'll stack them, see if anything pops out in this field of view. But this is the main scope, running the 10-inch with the ASI camera. That's what this image is. This is the ASI 071. So was that so was this image. This was the ASI. And this guy just finished. No, I think this guy's starting to dew up or frost up, which is okay. It's just kind of my digital finder. This guy's on the last image for this. Then I got to start looking for my next one. And that is going to be one of these. Let's see, winter. I see 342. Actually, that's the horse head, I think. So I've already done that. No, it's not. Oh, yeah. Plus 350. That's way over on the other side. I gotta do that one. I should have started that an hour ago. That's just over the roof. I may not be able to get that. Yeah, it transited several hours ago. Darn it. Well, let me see if I should bother and maybe do that the next time. What did I want to do here? These are in the spring. Let me look that one up. 4449. 9.4. Okay. That's rising. Let me look at that one. Yeah, that's kind of an irregular. Let me look at my other ones on this list. 4517. These are ones that I pulled out that I wanted to. This one's not up yet, far enough. So, okay. Let's go. Let's look east. I need to check. Check this. Where am I here? How much longer? I got just over a minute. Hi, Carl. Go back to my list. Let's see. These are all going to be earlier. These are too late. I had another list I wanted to look at here. Yeah, this is the one I'm working on right now, 3044. There's lots of other ones around it. Okay. Do I want to run this sequence? No. Dismiss. Okay. All right, so I got to figure out what the next object's going to be here. You know, I'm already pointing east. I don't want to slew over the other side. Let's go. Let's look east here. Yeah, look at all those galaxies coming up. Oh, yeah. I wonder what magnitude this guy is. 17th. Let's see how far up these are. We're getting into Leo. Yepper. This is at azimuth 114, 40 degrees up. We're in a good position for that one. I'm going to go after 105. Okay. Yep. So I have to do it in here. Before I go there, let me see what my field of view is. Yeah, I can't get them all in there. So let's work on 105. There's a couple of galaxies right there. All right. Let's slew over there. Disconnect, stop this guy. Got ourselves a nice star there. Good strong one. See how oblong that is? We're now guiding. We're on M105. We're going to take a sample shot at uh, 550. Going to take 2 by 2, 10-second shot. See what we got. Well, there it is. 3 of them. We can verify what I'm looking at by centering this and zooming in. I would suspect that's what I'm looking at. 1, 2, 3. Let's take another one, except we'll use this full screen. And stretch it. I'm running only at 400. Okay. Change this. I'm sorry. Okay. File save as. And sequence reset. And got a guide star, correct? Yep. Decent focus, correct? Minimize these. And let's start the sequence. Okey-doke. Let's see what we got here. I should start putting something in on here. Oh, that's only going to be 10 minutes. Did I set this one to 30? Okay. Let's see if anybody's typed anything in here. Nope. See if anybody's still on. There are 2 people on. Okay. Everybody likes nebulas, but I don't have the patience to, not yet at least, to take like 4 or 8 or 10 hours on a nebula. Oh, what other little goodies can I go after here? This is a list of edge-on galaxies that are pretty obscure. Not what people would normally go after. For example, this one is almost 15th magnitude and it's pretty tiny, only 2.5 arc minutes. Bunches. Oh, look at that guy. That's in Leo. Leo's coming up. We could go crazy in Leo tonight. 15th magnitude. I'm going to stick around in this area because Leo's up. That'll be interesting. The sky stays well enough. Alright, so Let's see here. What the hell did I do? I took 6 minutes, 6 and 300 seconds. Yep, 30 minutes at 400 minus 5 CWO. Yep. And I'm on 105. I may add a few more than that. We'll see. Just trying to take bunches of stuff tonight. Never know when we'll have a clear sky again. If I had the patience, I'd take 4 hours of this. Take the darks. Take some flats. Hmm. Oh, look at that. First image came back. And I saturated the cores on those. Definitely saturated the cores, which I didn't want to do. Crap. I'm going to stop this sequence. Abort this one. Let me take 10 seconds. I want to see what the gain is on this guy. Yep. $11. Not too much. So maybe I drop this to 2 minutes. And up this to 15. Let me take a 60-second shot and see what that looks like. And a gain of 400. Yeah, there they are. There's the 2 there and then the 1 there. In fact, there's the other one right there. I must be off center. I don't have 96 and 95 together. It's 105. That's kind of cool. I bet the other one's off the edge here. Not totally centered on it. Anyhow. Alright, let's see what this 60-second looks like. Is that a saturated? 40,000. Yep, this one is. This one hits the rail. Wow. Just under it. So that's 60 seconds. Interesting. I'm going to drop this down to 300. Take another one. Okay, what's at 58,000? Let me zoom in on this guy. That way I can get a better reading. Yeah, that's definitely saturated. So is that one. That was at 60 seconds at 400. This should be at 300. Okay, we did not hit the rail on that one. Yeah, we did not hit the rail on that one at 300. Let's go 2 minutes and see what we got. I'm just trying some things. Trying to improve my data collection ability. Oh, there's only one other person watching now. Alright, the cannon just finished. Got some shifting going on there. I wonder why that is. Interesting. No, guess not. $22,000. Now, 2 minutes should bring it into the 40,000 range. That should be enough. Little oblong objects. I got a little bit of issue up in this corner with the stars. They're oblong. Yep. Got a little tilt going on with the mirror. I don't think that mirror's solid. They looked better earlier tonight than they do now. I'll have to think with that during some more of the warmer weather. Not gonna mess with it now. Okay, this guy just finished. I saturate or not? No. Okay, I think this will be good. 2 minutes. All right. Well, reset sequence. Yep. Let's do a save. Go back here. Let's run the sequence. We're guiding. How many did I set this to? 30 minutes. Let me set this to 2 minutes times 15. And we'll start capture on this one too. All right, I'm gonna go grab a bite to eat. No, it's not a coma problem. It's a tilt problem, which I have to work on when it is warmer. Here, I'll show you. I need to bring up CCD Inspector. I'm going to open up this file I just generated. Oh, maybe I'm not. I didn't save it. Well, harumph. Did I actually create one yet? Yeah, let's look at this one here. So, this is going to show that there's some tilt to my primary. Actually, it's not too bad. About 2% tilt. Collimation's within 0.7 arc seconds. And it's slightly off to this side. A little bit of tilt down here. A little bit of curvature. It's not coma. It's on the RC. It's just field curvature. And I may not be at the optimal focal point for the optics right at the moment. This isn't bad, actually. This says tilt in the X and Y is 0. It's just barely there. But I've never, sometimes I've been able, during a night, I've been able to get rid of it. Just because the mirror cools down or whatever. So it's kind of one of those catch-alls. I've had nights where it's been perfectly flat out to the edge. In fact, let me bring this back up. This will give me a better idea when I do this. Do my 3D plot. This is actually pretty good. This is pretty flat. So I'll look at the stars on this image that I just took again. That's not bad. It's not bad at all. I'm okay with that. But what I need to do is stretch this. Lock the range. We're pretty good. I don't think I saturated the core. No, looks like we didn't hit the rail. We're good. That's downloading another one. But you're right. This corner over here is kind of goofy. I'm going to zoom in again. See, these are pretty round, but these off in this one corner. I think is tilt, because the ones down here are going in the same direction. And over here there's less, but they're still going in the same direction. That tells me the primary is tilted. Yep. ever so little bit. I mean, we're talking, you know, it means the primary is tilted in one direction, or one of the pieces of the optics is tilted in one direction. It could be the on-axis is tilted slightly. It could be the camera is slightly tilted. It could be the primary and the secondary. I've got 4 optical pieces there. I've got the primary, the secondary, the diagonal, and I got a filter, or I mean the chip itself. And finding where that is difficult. But I've dinked around with it from time to time. No, PixInsight won't. Not really. Actually, let me do something here. Let me take this file. I want to do something here with it. Wonder if I can sharpen this up some more. I'm going to do an unsharp mask. Where is it here? Where's my unsharp mask? There it is. So you notice this star up here? It's got a double line on here, which means it's out of focus in one direction. Could be astigmatism. But these look pretty good over here. So anyhow, this unsharp mask is an interesting tool. It adds a bunch of grain to it, depending on how hard you hit it. See that? I got this so I can't close it now. I can't reach it. But that actually introduced a bunch of noise. So I won't save that. Oh yeah, lots of moving parts. The good thing is the optics system is good enough to do my supernova and my comet search and my asteroid searches just fine. Don't really need a lot of good resolution for that. If I wanted to take pretty pictures, I could do more. I could take flats, biases, you know, darks. But I captured a comet tonight on an image. Excuse me, so I'm good with that. My kitty's talking at me. Oh, I was going to go get something to eat. I will be right back. Oh yeah, it's a challenge, but I only use about, as you saw, maybe 10 functions to do what I want to do. There's so many things you can do with. Oh, well, actually, you didn't see. I do use their comet alignment tool, which is really pretty cool. Oh, and the other thing I've done on this system is track. When I do a comet, I can track on the comet. As long as I know, I can either get it on the chip, on the guide chip, or if I've got the RA and DEC delta values that are published, I can keep the comet centered in the star trail. The stars will trail. Or I can guide on a star and then use PixInsight to stack them on the comet. So the final image has got star trails, but the comet's nice and clean. All right, I'll be right back. Just had one of my brownies. My only concern tonight is when I pack it in, will I be able to close the roof? I don't know. Oh, the other thing I can do is, did I download my other stuff? Where is it? This guy. I gotta download this guy. Copy. Paste. Okay. Oh, I need to pull up my, let's see here, let's clear the list. Picture files. GC 30, 44. Check all. Register. Okay. Let's open up that file. Okay. Open up the histogram. Wow, lots of light pollution. The background is way in the heck out there. Yep. Yeah, it's got a little bit of something to it. Now see, this is part of the tilt problem. Is that guy right there? So it's tilted in this direction. We're getting vignetting on one corner mostly. which I've fought with before. I got to decide where I want this. Spread that out a little bit. Yeah. Pretty tiny, not much structure. Not much to work with there. Let me see here. I think I want to do that. No, I won't undo that. Okay. Good enough. Where the hell did I put it? I just saved that away. Where did I put it? Six, seven. It's one of these. Where is it? This one right here. All right. That was way too much processing. Look at all that noise in there. Oh well. I can redo it. Oh. No, actually I didn't. The temperature right now is 14 degrees. Auto guider is not settling. What is going on here? I think I'm losing my sky. There we go. I just pulled it back in a little bit. See how it's getting oblong in this direction? It's not, this guy is not doing its job. This focus lock's not working. Connect the focuser. I lost the focuser. Where is it here? Yep. I have to reconnect to it. Where is it here? Let's pause this. Okay. Oh, how much longer we got? Yeah, a minute. My focuser has gone offline. Sometimes I lose calm. Okay. Connect it again. I have to reconnect it here though. As soon as this stops. 6,600. How the hell did it get way the hell out there? Come on. Yeah, how come you're not connecting? There we go. Holy shit. Oh, this is wrong. This is not correct. There we go. That's correct. That makes sense now. Every once in a while that happens. I'll lose connection to the focuser. I don't know why either. Let me close these. Let's resume this. Let's check our focus. I have to stop this. Now I have to connect all. Yeah, start the. I should have paused. There we go. Come on, bring it back. Darn it. I shouldn't have taken this image. Pause this. Abort immediately. I gotta let this guy settle. That's one of the reasons why I will stop focus lock periodically. Sometimes it actually runs amok. But it just lost connection. The focuser lost. I lost connection to the focuser from everything, so I had to reestablish that. All right, now I can start this up. Resume. Got to change this so it doesn't keep asking me this. And actually, I changed that. Where do I set? I don't understand why that's. Oh, that's what I want. Save this sequence. All right, it's taking another one here. Double check this. 35,000. Yeah, all right. We didn't saturate the core at least. Yeah, it's. I'm surprised things are still working at 14 degrees. It definitely have problems at 0. It's the low supposed to. It says it's 14, but it doesn't even say it's supposed. What I should do is I'm gonna pop upstairs. I've got a weather station upstairs. I'll check. I'll check the actual temperature here. Yes, I do. Plus, I have 3 terabytes on this computer. Got 6 terabyte NAS. It's 16 degrees out here. Yeah. Very possible. I have a heater on the 10. Oh, I get that problems with doing ice all the time. Yeah, the primary here usually keeps the secondary clear. I mean, when the dew is really heavy, my secondary will dew up. I have to get a heat strap for it yet. I haven't done that. Lots of little things I haven't done yet. Oh boy. Starting to get a little fatigued here. Almost done with this set. This has been cranking away while I was tinking around with the other one. I wouldn't be surprised if there was frost on this lens, this 300 millimeter lens on the camera. I wouldn't be surprised at all. It's just hanging out there in the wide open. It doesn't have I don't have a heat strap on it at all. So, but it's just on there taking a ride. It's shooting the same area. It's shooting in this area. See, the galaxies are right there. 1, 2, 3. See? The same as these three, except in reverse. Just a real wide field. These three right here. That's the field of view of the 10-inch. The 300 millimeter B. It's got M96 in there. It doesn't have M95. In fact, we go back. M96 right there. See, I got M96 in there too. But M95 is off the field. That might actually be it right there. But it's outside the field of view of the 300. All right, my sequence for that is done. What are we going to go look at next? See, I can't get 95 and 6 in the same field of view. All right, let me go look at my list. Took 300 seconds of that. I see 342. I already looked at this, didn't I? And I determined it is setting, so I'm not going to bother with that one. Way over in the northwest. Pretty high declination. I'm going to leave that one. I'll try to get that the next clear night and make that a priority. Let's see. Let me look at my other list here. Fifteenth magnitude. Lots of dim ones here. UGC 5267. 5267. damn dim. We're going to take just a short single shot of this guy, just for grins. Not much of a guide star. I don't know. May not be able to guide on these guys. Let's see if I can. Oh shoot, I need to turn my focus lock off. Stop. I'm gonna go run bare bones without it, so. Because we're gonna just take a quick shot at this. Alright. What am I on here? UGC. What did I put in here? 5267. And we're going to take one single image, 5 minutes. Well, I'll take 2. 2. I need to reset the sequence, so let me change that. I'll change that to 2. And we're going to do a save. And as long as I'm tracking. That is pretty, these are not very good guide stars. He does not want to guide on that guy. The purpose of doing this is to see if we can gather 15th magnitude galaxies in a short period of time. Second part is eventually getting this placeholder to work. Let me take a 30-second shot here. All right, so we've got a couple of them here. Let me look at my field of view. This is my field of view. I want 2. And that is those. I need to move them down. I'm going to move these down. I'm going to take 5-second shots and move it. Let's take one. I'm going to move this down to here. See, if the plate solver was working, I would tell it to move up, but it doesn't work. It moves in the wrong direction. So we're going to just do this manually. Wrong way, but is in the right axes. Ooh, I think I moved it way too much. All right, let's stop it and take a look. Take another 30-second shot. They should be down in here now. All right, let's see here. Any asteroids available? Yeah, there are a few. Wasn't going to go after them tonight. The Excel spreadsheet is not being updated by SGP. I'm doing that manually. Have you any experience with CCD autopilot? No, I do not. All right, these galaxies are down here now. I did move it a little too much. I'm going to pop it back a little bit. Take another one. Don't really have much to guide on. All right. Okay. Well, we're only going to take 2 of them, so let's go. Run the sequence. Come on, hang on to that star. Let's up the exposure time to 4 seconds. Boy, that didn't seem to help much, did it? I have a feeling the clouds are coming in. I'm only going to take 2 shots anyways. 2 5-minute shots. So I'm taking this obscure UGC galaxy. I'm just going to take two 5-minute shots of it, just because I can. It's in Leo. Waiting for the first one to finish here. Oh, the guider's not settling. Oh, crap. We're not actually taking an image right now. This guy's having a hard time settling. What if my sky's starting to disappear on me? Do we still have a focuser? All right. Let's start this up, see if we can get the focus working here. No. We're not having some luck here. The focus is trying to get this going. The PhD2 is not settled enough for it to start the image yet. This needs to drop to 0.5. It's at 0.6 right now. I may be losing my sky. It's 0.9. It's not tracking well. What's my focuser doing? How close am I to meridian here? Ooh, I passed it. No, I'm not. I'm 54 minutes away. I'm still good. All right. Well, this thing isn't settling. It's getting worse. Let me go check the sky. I might be having problems with the sky right now. Well, it looks like it settled enough for it to get started. So it's taking it's the first image there, 5 minutes. Sky still looks okay. Let me take a snapshot with my wide field here and see what it looks like. Let's take a preview at 3200. We'll just take a single preview. I don't know. Assuming you're talking about on my guide camera. Guide camera usually, right now it's running 5.9. .28. So it's you're talking about on the main camera. I don't know what it is. But the point is this guide camera is running at 2000 millimeter focal length. So all this movement you're seeing is seeing conditions. That's really what I'm looking at. I mean, my pixels are on this camera, I think is 8 microns. So it's almost 0.8 of an arc second per pixel. because my main camera is 4.8 microns, and that's about half an arc second per pixel. So when this stuff's moving around like this, it's moving around, you know. I'm binning 2 by 2 as well. So, you know, it's moving plus or minus an arc second easily when it gets this far off. Even though we get data like, for example, the RA is running right around 1.4 arc seconds now with all this jostling around here. All right, so this is what I'm looking at. This guy, this camera is frosted over. I'm pretty sure this is frosted over. So we're gonna have to go. I might as well just shut this camera down. I'm gonna disconnect from it. I don't need it anymore. I used it for setting up my initial alignment, and we were good with it. Let me see how we're doing here. Got 1 more minute on this first frame. I may not even take the second one. I'm just going to take the one. 1 5-minute shot. Then we'll move on to something else. This will be done in 15 seconds. We'll maybe go on to something a little more interesting. So there it is, along with the little sister galaxies there. This guy auto stretched on us, so it really brought that out. Just one single image. That's all I wanted to do for this one. Let's reset the sequence now. And let's go figure out what we want to go see next. I better update this guy. Or I'll forget about it. Which one was this? $52.67. There we go. Wasn't very impressive, that's for sure. All right. Let's go back to here. Maximize this. Let's go and look east again. Well, Mercurian chain is always kind of fun. I just don't have a wide enough field of view for it. Let's look north. It's in a good position. Let's go there. Take a 30-second shot. Yeah, it looks like clouds there. 30-second shot, unguided. Who do we got online here? Anybody? Yeah, I could do a mosaic on that Mercurian chain. I'm not really feeling too ambitious tonight. That's what that boils down to. Well, it slew to M51 pretty good. It's right there. Let me see what the range is on this guy. See, this core is 6,000. That was 30 seconds at 400. Let's say 10,000. I could probably go 2 minutes, maybe to 40,000. Let's do that. 2 minutes. Let's update this guy. Actually, I should have M51 here. Let's see. No. I do not. Isn't that amazing? Okay. All right. M51. Well, should be nice if you actually typed halfway right. Let's do this again. I'll save as. Yes. All right, 2 minutes. Let's take one 2-minute shot just to verify. Do I have a guide star? Let me move this guide star. Let's do a little movement here. Oh, for crying out loud. Got M51 in there too. Alright, we got a good guide star. Excellent. I don't know why this is having problems. Doesn't show anything it should. I can drop this to 2 seconds now. Come on, settle. Alright, let's start the guider up, see what happens. Okay. What do you mean a signal noise? That's amazing. That's a strong star. Let's see here. Let's go 3 seconds. That should help. There we go. All right. Start our first image. Boy, our seeing is deteriorating. Can't get the guider to settle down. Okay, just started the first exposure, so we're running now. This will go for 30 minutes. Yeah, it should play well at 2 minutes per shot. Lock the range here. We'll see what happens. Oops. Started up the wrong piece of software. This is the software I use to do my time lapse with my wide field. But I don't need this open now. No, do not connect. Just close. That's too funny. This is what I wanted to do. I'm going to start that camera back up again. I want to take a look at it. As you can see, this focuser has moved through the night. It's gone down 200 counts. It's at 31 something, 150 counts, because the temperature's been dropping. So the focus lock's keeping up with it, taking care of that. As long as I got a decent star to look at. Connect to this guy. Not real far, but yes, it went in. Focus did move inward. Over the last 2 hours, it's moved from about 3,100 and something to 3,000. So it's at 3048 now, so it's moved back out a little bit. It's making adjustments according to what it sees. And what else we got here? Okay, there's M51 right there on the Canon. Here's the first image that came back. I want to check the gain. I mean the dynamic range here. See if I've saturated the core. 56,000. Let me zoom in on this. Yes, I have. Saturated the center. And I've saturated that, so it might be a little too much. Let me drop this down to 350. Boy, I'm having problems getting this guiding to settle down. I may have to change this threshold so it'll continue going. Yep, I've got it set to half a pixel. I'm going to bump it up a little bit. 0.7 pixels. Hell, I could set it to 1 pixel, it'll be fine. Half a pixel is a quarter of an arc second. I'll set that at 0.7. That should be fine. Oh, focuser is at, let me see, it's at 7 degrees Fahrenheit as the focuser says. It says it's 7 degrees Fahrenheit out there right now. The house, well, it's 150 feet away. I don't think there's a 8-degree difference between the house and the observatory, but who knows? Thermocouples aren't always calibrated well. Oh, it's 259 degrees Kelvin, though. Let's see, this is going to be at a gain of 350 instead of 400, so this will be dimmer. But the question is, it's saturated? Yeah, just not quite. All right, good. That's what I want. I don't want to saturate the cores. This one's saturated though. It's really finicky to doing this. But anyhow. I got 3 people watching. Ooh, that this thing, my tracking's getting a little worse. I think the balance might be a little much of an issue because I'm looking into the northeast right now, almost with the weights down. Think about that. Yeah, let's see here. We're no, we're over in the northeast, quite a ways. The weights are pretty much down. We're only up like that. I may be bouncing back and forth on the backlash. Even so, still coming back pretty good. Yeah, that tilt is still there too. Right now. Let's go look at some stars here. Yep, off in the same direction. Almost looks like it's getting worse. I wonder if that primary's moving on me. It's not supposed to be. It's locked down. Some work to do when it gets warmer. Got a little bit of tilt in one direction. Pull up that inspector. Let me take a look at one of these images. Just went over midnight. Yep, 12:09. Let's look at this guy. FWHM is 0.79, 0.69. Curvature is 7.7% on this one. Got a little bit of tilt. That's actually not bad. It's kind of strange. This tool is a little deceiving. I think my wife just turned on the microwave. Yeah, I just lost connection to the observatory from the house. So I'll have to wait for her microwave to finish. It doesn't affect the acquisition. That's all out there in the observatory. It's all hardline. It just affects whether I can see it or not. Yeah, there, just finished. All right, let's go zoom to 25%. All right, so we look at that. It's actually pretty concentric. Take a look at the 3D plot. That's not too bad. It's got a little bit of curvature, 7.7%. Pretty flat. A little curvature in the form. A little Wave is a little high here and a little high there. This is where the primary focus is. So it's not bad. It's usable. Still got 3 people watching. I only know the person that said anything is Dave Richards. Well, the cool thing is I didn't have to move that much. You pointed right at it. The pointing accuracy tonight's really good. Yeah. If I had an optical bench, it'd be even better. I could make sure that the primary is perpendicular to the optical path. Perpendicular to the optical path through the focuser. I'm not positive it is right now. I've had to move it in order to get the back focus I needed. So I've had to dink around with it from time to time. But, for what I'm doing, it's the fact is my seeing is worse than the scope. My scope's still outperforming the seeing. I mean, the seeing is like my limiting factor. Now, if I were up in Arizona, and I wanted to get sub-arc second accuracy, I'd work on it. But yeah, I can get it better. I've had it better in the past. Yes, dink with set screws, exactly. They're push-pull screws. The one problem with this setup is the set screws. Once you do the push-pulls, you have to tighten the set screws, and you have to hope that they don't push, that you pulled the mirror back to the set screw so it's snug. Because otherwise it'll float out in front of you when you set it, and you have to start all over again. Once I get that primary, the primary being fine. That's the problem. It may be I have the sensor at the other end of the optical path may be tilted a little bit. I don't know where the tilt's at exactly right now. And I don't have an optical bench to figure it out. Like I said, it can be on 4 different surfaces. It could be the primary, it could be the secondary, it could be the on-axis diagonal, it could be the sensor. All those have to match up. And given the fact that it looks pretty good on the CCD inspector, I'm almost not going to worry about it. Now, granted, they're all tilted in one direction, and which way I should move maybe the camera, I don't know. Don't know at this point. But I'm not going to do it when it's 14 degrees out. Maybe when it's 55 or 50, I'll do it, but not when it's 14 degrees out. So we'll just use it as is for now. Actually, considering this is not a real clean image, but considering it's just a 1 hour stack, and I haven't done anything special with it, it's not too bad. I have to be satisfied with that. I haven't had a night with the scope for The interesting thing about it, Dave, is the tilt in the over the last year. The tilt has moved during the night when I have slewed, and that led me to believe the primary was loose. However, it could actually be flexure in the diagonal system, because not the diagonal itself, but where the camera is mounted on the diagonal, or the diagonal's plugged into the focuser with all this weight. Remember, the weight that I've got on this thing is, I'll show you. There could be flexure right here. This unit's is heavy around this space. I noticed that there was a little bit of a gap on here when I looked at it this tonight, or during the afternoon when I went out there and opened it up. So I tried to snug it up tight again, which, by the way, if I recall correctly from November, actually eliminated some tilt. And I think part of the tilt was in here, and it actually looks better tonight than it did in November, because this kind of sagged over the last 3 months. So I loosened up and snugged it up again and tightened up the set screws on this connection here. But there could be tilt in the chip. The primary could be tilted a little bit, but we're talking about probably in the order of, millionths of an inch or 10,000ths of an inch that I can't measure. So it'll be tough. But one afternoon or evening, maybe when it's warmer, it can be flexure. I think the most likely place the flexure is between here and here. I think this guy loosens up a little bit and it flexes, and so I get a little more tilt on it. Because the primary is solid. It's not like the SETs that it moves. It doesn't. It's set in place. It doesn't move. Yeah, that's that bolt right there. It snugs it right down. It's all tight. There's nothing moving on that guy. It's not the focuser. It's in this. It's somewhere else. I'm not worried about this guy. But sounds like I keep losing the guide star here. Let me take a look, see if I've got any issues here. Well, this is guiding pretty good. We're back to settling in a little bit, looks like. You see all the focusers we're doing. It says it's okay. All right. Looks like we're getting decent images. Yeah. Starting to get a little tired. Let me insert a row here in 51. Drop the gain to 350. See how that looks. We're done with it. Yeah. The guider's doing okay at this point. Take a look at it here. Where is it? Oh, I gotta open this back up. There we go. Yeah, it doesn't look too bad. Plus or minus a pixel. In fact, let me do a clear here and we'll get a clean slate. See how it's doing. See, that's more like what I usually get, somewhere around 0.4 RMS in the RA. Like I said, it's less than an arc second overall. It's like half an arc second in the deck, and it's running 0.68 in the. Oh, they just jumped up. But if it's tracking better around an arc second or better, I'm okay, because the seeing isn't even an arc second tonight. If I recall, it was maybe average. Let me take a look here. Seeing was average. Looks like it might be getting better here after midnight, which might be why it's starting to track better. Well, we're gonna run out of transparency. Transparency is above average supposedly, but that's why I'm still going, because this is the first clear night that hasn't been sub-zero in 3 months, and no moon. All these criteria have to fall in place for this to work. Plus, I actually got the roof open. I had to use my crowbar to get it open tonight. I gotta do some work on that. I don't know if it uses this whole little magnified one or not. I don't know. I don't know if its algorithm does that or it just tries to find the highest peak. I think it's trying to find this highest peak. Yeah, the wind has died down. There's hardly any wind tonight. But this is fun. I haven't been able to do this in 2.5 months. Either had a foot of snow on the roof, so I couldn't move the roof. And then when it did clear, it was like -10. Or if it cleared, it was full moon with a foot of snow on the roof. So this is actually the first night it's been reasonable in all 3 categories. Reasonable skies, no moon, and not ridiculous sub-zero temperatures. Yep. Yeah, it should be guiding on the peak. It's on the peak of the centroid. That's what this little red plus sign is. That's where it thinks it wants to be. So it's adjusting that. Let's see, do I want to take more of these? I think I do. That's an hour. I don't know. I don't know if I want to go more than an hour or not. This may be the last object I work on tonight. I don't know. I'm starting to get tired. Actually, what I could do is let this run. See how long can I go? Oh heck, I can run. I got almost 4 hours to Meridian. I could run this another 3 hours and have it park itself, and I can go to bed. Maybe I'll do that. I might just do that. I won't go to bed yet, but you know what? Let's do that. I'm going to run this. Got 15 on here now. I'm going to go to 60. That's 3 more hours. Is that right? No. 60 is only an hour and a half. That doesn't make sense. What am I missing here? Yeah, it's only an hour and 20 minutes. Or 120 minutes total. Hmm. Yeah, total of 2 hours. I got an hour and a half left. I could do that. I could go longer. Yeah, I can do flats in the morning. Actually, I could do my darks in the morning as well. All I have to do is set this to park itself when it's done. File, save sequence. And well, I maximized that. I didn't want to do that. Actually, 2 hours would be plenty. I was only going to go half an hour. The other thing that's happening is I'm getting further off the horizon as well. Almost 50 degrees off the horizon. It will transit. Where transit time? Yeah, it's 4 in the morning. Oh yeah, I can track this guy for another 3 hours easy before I even get to the meridian. Chances are it won't park itself correctly though. When I'm on this side of the pier, I tell it to park from Sequence Generator Pro. He doesn't know to do a meridian flip and then park it. It tries to park it while it's pointing east and ends up hitting the limit. Kind of weird. Doesn't always do that, but I've seen it do it. See our guide star's doing okay, yeah. Hell, I wonder if I'm actually guiding on star, if I'm guiding on one of the cores. I might be guiding on this thing. One of the galaxy cores. Wouldn't that be outrageous? What's the field of view here? Yeah, it might be this star here. I wonder if I could determine where that is. This is one of the cores. I think the other one's right here. But make this this still looks too stellar. Anyhow, it's working. I'm not gonna worry about it. It's just that I'm looking at one of these cores. I bet you it's this star here. Because my field of view is not very big. It might be that star right there. I don't think I could fit, well, I might be able to fit both in there. But in any case, it'd be funny if this is it and then the other one is that. One of these days I'm going to hunt a comet with that guider instead of using the rate changes. Let me see what this guy's looking at. This is a really crappy lens on this 300 millimeter zoom. Got all kinds of color aberration and funkiness on it. But it's that cheapo one that comes with the camera. Maybe one day I'll get myself a nice camera lens. Nothing to see in the frame and focus. It's too dark. Yeah, it's a zoom. It's a 75 to 300 zoom. I got it set at 300 at 5.6. I got it practically for free. I bought the T3i with the 50 or the 18 to 55, I think it is. Came with it. I got it like for $400, and the 75 to 300 was another $100. I don't use that telephoto much at night. I use it for some daytime stuff. But that's about it. It's just not very good for nighttime shots. Well, I got a few of these. I should download them and stack them. I can do that. Let's see what we got here. I'm not going to stack that one. There's nothing there to stack. Oh, I haven't downloaded these, have I? Well, 5. I don't think I've copied this down. Let me copy this and copy that. Copy. Paste. Well, that's going. Oh, bring up DSS. Open picture files. Question is, has it finished it yet? Nope. How many are there? Let's select them all. Oops, I didn't need these. Let me clear my list. Clear my list first. Oh. Pictures. Check all. 16 frames. Why did I have 16? I should have only had 15, I think. Don't want that first one, I think. Yep, look at the time. Alright. 100%. Go. While that's going, let's download the first set of 15. Then we'll process those and see what they look like. So the Canon is probably better for the lunar because I can set the exposures down to 1000s or 10,000s. I can, depending on the tool I use. If I use AP tools, I can set the ASI to very fast, like at thousandths of a second. CG Pro, I haven't figured out how to do it in CG Pro. So meanwhile, that's doing the stacking. Let me go back and see how our acquisition's doing. Completed 19 of 60. I notice the time is not decrementing very quickly here. Yeah, okay. Okay, we're still at -5, right? Yeah. Let's see if DSS is, yep, DSS is done. So there's 105 and it's 2 NGCs. Not too bad. Let me pull that up in PixInsight. I'll open. Do my little magic stuff here. Okay. Over here. Now let's pull up our, which one is this? Histogram. Yep. Pull up the histogram. We'll put that up there. Put that out of the way for now. Pretty tight down there. See, the vignetting off in the one corner. That tilt is in this direction, this diagonal here. Used to be up in this corner and this corner, so now it's shifted over to here. So it's a little different than it was, like I said, 3 months ago. And all the stars that are going oblong are all in the same direction. So there's a tilt somewhere in the system. But that's okay. There's not much I can do about tonight. Nothing fancy on this one. Still got saturated. Yeah, I guess that's about the best I'm going to do. As you can see, I don't take much time. I don't think around with this stuff much. Now I'm going to crop it because I get rid of that. Yeah, no, I didn't put 0 in there, sorry. Accidentally did the goofiness there. Alright. That's what I'm going to save. Now, let's put it in the right place though. Wrong. There we go. Oh, how much was it? I forgot. 15 by. Let's see here. 15 by 120. That's what it was. Alright. 15 by 120. Okay. Nothing special. Alright. Let's see. Let's open up the other one here. I'm doing 60 of these. Oh, wait a minute. It says I only did 6. I'm going to check this now. Yeah? Hmm. Yeah. Like this, I did 15 of them. Losing my mind again. Well, for some reason I just don't remember doing that. I must be losing track of what I'm doing here. All right, take care, David. Let me double check something here. Yeah, I'm right at 350. Okay. Let's go up here. Well, I don't know who the last person is here. There's one person watching. But I'm going to shut down the live feed for the night. Because I'm going to let this run and go to bed. I'll close up the observatory in the morning. So let me see where this guy right here.